We came down and visited campus and fell in love with it right away.
Samford is such a wonderful institution. It's great to be able to give that to somebody else.
Welcome to Samford, and welcome to the world of art professor Lowell Van. Each Christmas and Easter, he showcases his talents to us with a chalk talk. In just 20-plus minutes, we go from blank canvas to an inspiring piece of artwork for all of us to admire.
It's sort of peculiar. When I'm standing up here, I don't even know the audience is out there. I get involved in this, and I have my plot, my plan for what I'm going to do with it, and just follow through with that.
This drawing is Van's last as a full-time faculty member. He retires this summer. He does take home this communion set, though, made on campus out of Samford clay.
This is the Samford Chronicle, and I'm Brad Radisi. We start with news out of Reed Chapel just a couple weeks ago, and it's a first. Samford is taking on a project to put shoes on an entire nation.
In partnership with Samaritan's Feet, Samford will help the island nation of Dominica in the Caribbean to put shoes on some 6,000 children. Jim McCafferty, who's on Samaritan's Feet's board of directors, was completely surprised by Samford's pledge of help while speaking at a recent convocation.
We'll be putting socks and shoes on them and washing their feet and telling them about the love of Christ and giving them great hope to fulfill their dreams. So we're excited about that.
Shoes will be distributed in July. And help doesn't stop in Dominica for Samford. In our own backyard, hundreds of Samford students went to work on a beautiful spring Saturday. It's called Samford Gives Back Day. This group helped the Birmingham Zoo. Students were all over the city, helping the community that we live in.
A great opportunity to get out, meet new people, work with great people, and just to feel inspired to do more around the community through service and other opportunities that are presented, like working at the Birmingham Zoo.
So there's Samaritan's Feet, Samford Gives Back, and there's more, like the Old Howard 100.
And the 10th year proves to be the biggest year for the Old Howard 100. More than 400 riders spent the day in Marion, Alabama, where Samford was founded back in 1841. And these riders help raise money for Sowing Seeds of Hope, a charity helping those in Perry County improve their health care.
This year we knew we were going to set a record because we set the record last week with our pre-registered riders when we topped 300. So we think we have about 420 to 450 here today, so we smashed the record.
And hey, it's been busy times here on campus too. When was the last time you saw a race car on Ben Brown Plaza? More on that in a second, but first.
We had the Andrew Giroux Hodges Lecture, and this year's guest was Dr. Stanley Harris, a professor of theological ethics from Duke University. His riveting lecture on the history of war in both religion and society was both compelling and eye-opening for those who attended. Also stopping by campus, legendary NASCAR driver Darrell Waltrip. The Journalism and Mass Communications Department partnered with Talladega Superspeedway to promote their spring race. Waltrip saw students compete in a moon pie eating contest. He signed autographs, spoke to students, and Samford, it's a special place for him. His daughter is a current Samford Bulldog.
So we came down and visited campus and fell in love with it right away, and so did Sarah, not just us, but so did Sarah. And so she ended up, coming here last year. She loved it. It's a wonderful school, great leadership. You can pray here, you can worship the Lord here, and you can go to school here, and I like that.
And in the spring, things on campus can get a little crazy, especially when the Ida V. Moffitt School of Nursing holds their nursing disaster drill. We have police on campus, we have fire trucks, ambulances, and it's so real, we have to remind everybody, it's just a drill.
This year's scenario was a gunman on campus, and there's many moving parts. Nursing students learn the triage process, assisting patients, and campus safety gets to practice this scenario too. And folks around campus get to witness, again, to learn.
It was a very interesting experience. It's really important to have a plan for our respective buildings as to how to deal with these kind of emergencies.
Another great event for nursing, their awards ceremony. It's amazing to hear the good work these students are doing. Nobody instructs future nurses like the Ida V. Moffitt School of Nursing. For more information, head to samford.edu/nursing. And you know the same can be said for a McWhorter School of Pharmacy pharmacist. And they too had a special ceremony, their pinning ceremony. So the class of 2015 takes another step to achieving that goal of being a pharmacist that transforms lives.
Today marks the end of that classroom experience and moving into real patient care. So it's a culmination of a lot of hard work and effort, and I think the families feel that, and I think the students feel that as well.
And you know, one of the great things about Samford, we're all family. And it was great to see some familiar faces at a recent alumni event right here in Birmingham.
It's the African American Alumni Luncheon. Not only was it fun to see those familiar faces, but it was nice to see shocked ones too. Joshua Washington was awarded a $1,000 Tiffany Conway Scholarship given by Delta Sigma Theta Sorority. And Jamal Wright was given $1,000 to buy books by Samford head basketball coach Benny Seltzer.
We came up with an idea of providing books, but what we didn't want to do, we didn't want to have this really big criteria for, how it should happen. We wanted someone that really, really deserved it, that really, really needed it. And so I came up with I told my story, and, we just kind of let God take care of it.
Also announced was the creation of Samford's Black Alumni Association, just another way for fellow Bulldogs to stay in touch and make a difference.
Just to see students on campus, especially more minority students, is heartwarming for me, especially because of the Minority Scholarship Fund that we started a few years ago. So that's so exciting because Samford is such a wonderful institution. It's great to be able to give that to somebody else.
A wonderful event for sure. About 250 Samford folks in attendance. Well, on the next Samford Chronicle, I hope to take you inside Seibert Stadium and show you what's been happening on the field.
If you haven't seen or heard, it's about time to replace the field turf, so work has begun on that renovation to the field and also to the basketball court in Pete Hanna Center.
So we'll bring you that and commencement. It's just a couple weeks away. If you can believe it, the spring semester is almost done. So till next time, I'm Brad Radisi. You've been watching the Samford Chronicle.